that 8?
Not exact.
Is that?
Not exact.
It's not?
Yeah, it is.
I like
Look at.
472 divided by 59? Oh,
Yeah, look.
it should be.
It is.
Yeah,
Okay, so what my plan is for today, I'm going to do some factoring right now, and then I'm going to graph some parabolas, and that's going to be it for the lesson and for the review. We've already done an example of completing the square and of quadratic formula, right? And most people ace that stuff, so I'm going to do 2 graphs and about 4 factoring questions, and that's going to be it, right? Bailey, how you feeling? Okay, why are you so down? This is like Friday, it's sunny outside.
I'm tired.
Okay, this is a good time to pause so I can yell at Bailey and everyone else. So sorry, Bailey, if Bailey's mother's watching this, I'm just pausing. All right. Can somebody? Where am I at, by the way? I think I'm at you. Because you were not. Yeah, I think I am. Okay, just not for. I'm not going to pick on you right yet, though. Why can I not use quadratic formula on this? There's 2 reasons. Somebody tell me a reason. That's right.
Well, I was going to say
Can equal 0. What's the other clue to this question that tells me I can't use quadratic formula? Yes.
Says factor.
What's that? It says factoring. Okay. If it says factoring, that means what?
Factor.
Yeah, good, but what do I mean specifically for factoring for this question? How do I solve it? M&A, okay? So, we're going to do this one as a class, so I'll give you guys one of these to try. Desiree, can you give me the M and the A for this question, please?
the -30.
Yeah. Good. Now, okay, please, see this? Okay. If you can't pick out those numbers off your head, you can write out the factors, so 1 times 30, 2 times 15, 3 times 10, and 5 times 6. All right. What are, Karina, what are the 2 numbers going to be here, please?
65.
65, good. Which one's negative?
-6.
-6, good. Okay, so it has to be the ones because 5 minus 6 has to equal -1. All right, Megan, what do I do next, please? Okay, go ahead. Okay, so this is the part that people often make mistakes on. Can we finish this example, please, okay? All right, Calvin, I want you to be brave and show off your factoring skills here right now. Go ahead. Okay. Hold on right there. Now, there will be a lot of the class will tell me that this is equal to 5x and x plus 2. I see all sorts of weird things here, okay? Make sure that, again, if you were to FOIL this out, you get back with what you started, right? That's the important part. Bailey, can you do the second part for me, please? Yeah. Now, I don't know if you know this, but Bailey is the best factor in the class. And I'm excited to be here today, okay? Why else do I know this is correct looking at it? Why is it correct? Good, the foiling out is true, yes. Wonderful. Why else though? Yeah, well, go ahead. Good. Okay, Alistair, can you finish the song, please? Great. Okay, now I did this very quickly. That said, I was still telling jokes and telling stories and telling Bailey that she's the best factor in the world, okay? You should be able to do this question at the max. It should take you 60 seconds at the max. All right, if you're looking at this saying, oh man, this is going to take me 10 minutes to factor, you're going to have a very, very difficult time, okay? The hardest part of this question should be finding the numbers. Once you get the numbers, it should just be bop, 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 boom, and you're done. Yes?
How do you know when not, like, when do you go further? Like, so you get to X.
Oh, if this were to say equal 0, okay? So if this were to say, if I were to give you a question like this, and this is a good little bridge here right now. So let's say Okay, guys, can I please do this here? Okay. Let's say I gave you the question for this, and I say solve for x. Go ahead. No, you don't have to. No, you don't have to follow it out. You don't have to. Go ahead.
So single x.
Okay, go ahead.
Maybe 2x equals -1.
Yeah.
Then you divide.
Okay, so if you have something in factored form, remember this is why we factored originally at the beginning. Before we learned quadratic formula, this is the only way we can solve an equation. Remember, if you think back. All right. I give you guys one of these to factor right now, and then we're going to move on to the square. Here we go. I picked the biggest one I can think of. It's not that big because I'm not creative today.
Will they be big ones on that?
Anything's possible. All right, so solve that one for me, please. Oops, sorry. Jeez. I'm glad I'm not the only person who says that. That makes me laugh. I have no idea. Start at the back. I think Megan, I think I'm at you actually. What's my M and what's my A here? Yeah. I'm gonna write all my factors, even though I shouldn't have to do this. Oh goodness. Thank you, it is.
No, it's -9.
Okay, yeah, so 8 and -9, thank you. These are what the numbers are. There's lots of different possibilities. Now, here's the thing. You guys, I know this is why we got to get going with this exam. People are bored out of their minds. Sorry. Can you be kind, please, and tell me what to do with the 8 and the -9?
So it would be 3x minus 9x plus 8x minus 34.
Wonderful. Okay, now Jasmine, that's correct. Why'd you decide to put the -9 with the 3 instead of the 8? Yeah, 3 and 9 go together beautifully, right? Okay. All right, Lexi, what do we do next, please?
Then we
Okay, go ahead.
just 3x.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Jessica, can you finish this one off for me, please? And that's all there is to that. Okay, this is hopefully coming back for most people. If it's not, you know what you got to work on. I have a million fact and homework questions for the weekend here. I answer the question quickly, then we're going to get my squares. Okay, here we go. So let's go to difference of squares. Let's go for 100x squared minus 81y squared. Can I get a brave volunteer from the class? This can be anyone here. Anyone remember how to do 100x squared minus 81y squared? Aiden, go. Square root of both of them. So we're going to say the square root of 100x squared. Can someone other than Aiden? Okay, guys, please can we do this here? Okay. Yeah, go ahead, Jeff. Not just 10. Great. Okay. Can someone else please tell me the next one? Go ahead. Yeah, square root of 81y squared. No, because technically you can't square root of negative. Did we do this in this class?
Yeah.
Where there was like a big thing with a little tiny I, so we're just going to use the positive dot. So 10x and 9y. What do we do actually with our final answer to that now? Yeah, Calvin, go ahead. Great. There will be someone in this class, and probably about a quarter of the class, just gave me as an answer on the test 10x minus 9y. Think, how can those be equal? They can't be, right? Remember, you'd have to, theoretically, if you were to FOIL this out, you should get this answer, right? So if you're just left with this, these two aren't equal, right? You see what I'm saying? Like they have to be.
So you have to do different square when it's a binomial?
Yeah, when it's a binomial. So this is another question on the test. Can anyone recall what the three things will make something a difference to squares? This won't be asked in your midterm, but it's good to know anyway. Ezra, go ahead. Yeah, there's no x term. There's just like, there's two things there. Okay, go ahead.
One negative.
Yeah, the last one has to be negative. What else? Yeah. They both are square rootable. Okay, so two terms, like there's no x term, no middle term. Last one has to be negative, and they both square rootable. It's very good. Okay. I give you guys one of these to try for yourself. Excuse me. And then we're going to move on to a graph. There you go. 100x squared minus 400y to the sixth. Yes.
That's since it would be like 400 divided by 3.
You couldn't do it then. You'll learn in grade 11. In grade 11, the square roots of y cubed is actually equal to this. Okay, but you'll learn that next year. You don't know anything about fractions. But fractions would, you know what I mean? Like it's like dividing by 2, right? So, but, no, you didn't. You had this
Yeah,
one.
we did.
Hold on a sec. I can do that if you want.
No, it's okay.
Let's say the question was like this. Let's say the question was like this. You'd have to do this first. Right, so they both divide by x. We'll do that one on the board next, so everyone has to do that. Okay, now your teacher is a cruel human being, as you're probably learning at this moment. Okay? Can someone be brave and try and give me the answer, then I'll tell you why you are wrong. Now hold on, before you raise your hand, I need this person to have a lot of self-confidence, Noah. And if I say, I'm sorry, son, you're incorrect, you won't be shell-shocked forever. Noah, are you ready? You ready? Oh, he's worried now, though, sorry. Noah, go ahead. What's the final answer? Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Oh,
All right, what do you do first? What do you do first?
first one is square root of 100 x squared x squared.
Great. Okay. What's the next one, please? Aiden, go ahead. Square 400 y6.
20 y
Not quite. 2 cubed is going to be. Okay, right? Because if you square like 20y squared, 20y cubed times 20y cubed, I think how the power rules work, right? Y cubed and y cubed is 1/6. Okay, so we're looking good, but not yet great. What's my final answer?
100x.
Go ahead.
it would be bracket 10x squared plus 25
Yeah.
bracket 10x squared minus 20.
Okay, now you guys are all close, but you're completely wrong. That's all right. Noah, go ahead.
You have to square it again.
Possibly, but not quite. There's something else you can say. The problem is because y cubed isn't going to square root. Go ahead.
So it should divide by 100 instead.
Lovely, wonderful. I hope everyone heard that. I hope they did. Okay, right? The thing is, the first step always, hold on a sec. The first step in factoring should always be the common factor. So I'm going to pretend I didn't write down any of this one. What can 100 and 400, hold on a sec. What can 100x, can I please talk? What can 100x4 and 400y to the 6 all be divided by? Sorry, guys, no? 100, okay? So I'm going to say this is equal to 100 bracket x to the 4 minus 4y to the 6. Okay. Why? Because you always make the question smaller. Always. Then we're going to do the square root of x4 equals x squared. And the square root of 4y to the 6 is equal to 2y cubed.
We can have one of these.
You totally love the two-step. That's called two-step factoring. You totally love. Now the thing is, you will get this. You'll get 1.5 out of 2 for this, right? It's just that it's not completely factored, right? Because you can, if you take a look, I can divide this by 10 still, right? And I can divide this by 10 still. So dividing by 10 twice, like divided by 100, right? Okay. So yeah, from this one here, I could say, well, look, 10 and 20 will divide by 10, and 10 and 20 will divide by 10.
So for you,
Yeah. Yeah.
I know what it is.
Yes. So if you do 10 times 10 times x squared plus 2, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. That way. All right, I want to move to a parabola, please, if I can. And then we'll probably call 2 parabolas and we'll call it a. Nick, I hope you're not writing on my desk. I'm sorry that embarrassed you from this class. Don't write on my desk. Okay, here we go. Example E. Let's go graph. y equals 2x plus 1 squared minus 9 using vertex A, 3A, 5A. Okay, the vast majority of the class aced this. Not everyone though. Mistakes that were made were that people got their vertex messed up. Okay, so watch for that. Okay, I think people were going too quickly. Secondly, they got their graphs mixed up. Okay, please be consistent on your graph paper. Like if one square is this big, make one square be this big. Okay, some people do like this and then this, and do all sorts of weird things. Okay. Okay, let's do a quick recap of this. Can somebody tell me what my vertex is, please? Liam, go. Good. So remember what a vertex is. It's the starting point of your graph. It's the middle point of your graph, right? Noah, go ahead. Yeah. Good. And hopefully that's what you're thinking of. Okay? So this means the way your steps, this is called step pattern is what this is called. The steps, you're going to start at -1 and -9. Then you're going to go up 2, up 6, up 10. Okay, and that's how the steps are going to work. Do I need to graph this one?
No.
Do I?
No.
You guys can do this, right? I'm going to graph the next one. For those who read your graph paper, the next one I'm going to graph, okay? So basically what's going to happen, I'll do this very, very quickly for those who can get it on the test. So this is going to be over here. Oops, do it on the right side, Heather. This over here is -1 and -9. Then I'm just going to go up to up 6. Right, so it's going to just look something like this, right? Right, so +2, +6, +10, +2, +6, +10. And hopefully, again, we've done tons of these examples in your notes, right? So if you need to look back at your notes for these ones, you can. What I do want to tackle here right now is the 4 points. That's the vertex, x-intercepts, and y-intercept. I'm going to do one of those right now. I want to do it so bad that I'm going to give you guys a chance to do it right now. For me, I'm going to give you about 10 minutes to do it. Okay, here we go. Example F says, and I'm going to put a star beside it. You can interpret that as you will. All right, there was somebody on last test that found the vertex by finding the midpoint of the roots. Whoever that was, I'm going to encourage you to complete the square. Okay, I think it was actually Noah and Noah. I think actually both of Noahs, I think, who actually did it. Sorry, that's single you out. Okay, I'm going to encourage you to complete the square because that's what I'm going to do today. And